Welcome back to another video. It's Lexi here. So in this video, we're just gonna go over some training updates, mindset updates, what I've been up to, and so on. So for the training so far, this is just a Thursday session. I was doing some back and not really arms, but I kind of hit arms indirectly in a sense. But anyways, chest and back basically, with some shoulders, of course. I'm slightly hitting arms as well with some movements. But where I've kind of improved right now, I'm hitting PRs pretty much every week. Weight is kind of like around 80 to 83, like kind of fluctuating between there right now. Eating has been kind of erratic or whatever, just kind of living life. So I'm not like super stressed about eating. I'm doing the same amount of cardio as usual, if arguably not more sometimes. Depends. Kind of just doing cardio at a good pace. Hasn't really changed. The only thing that's like a variable is probably eating every now and then, but it usually just kind of goes back to baseline eventually anyway. So it's like pretty much still recomping, and I've pretty much just, even if my weight fluctuates slightly, it's not really necessarily weight, it's just water weight or stuff like that. And it doesn't hurt really in my development. I pretty much look the same either way, and I got a little bit more tanned, which helps. I've been definitely pushing myself as much as I can. When it comes to intensity and like pushing movements, I've definitely hit some PRs on like tricep push downs, the deep machine over there in the background and stuff like that. Arms are still a bit of a weak point for me, but I feel like it's in general like things like preacher curls and arm movement in general, maybe other than like triceps, I feel don't develop super fast because arms in general are a smaller muscle group, so it doesn't develop as fast as some other muscle groups like the chest, the back, etc. Um, so right now I'm still running the same split basically. It hasn't really changed too much unless I've changed some variable movements. Sometimes I switch up a movement, like I don't know, might be like a different movement, like within incline bench, maybe a machine incline bench or like overhead press somewhere there. Otherwise usually keep it fairly consistent. It also depends on the availability of machines sometimes, and I just kind of go with the flow of life at the gym sometimes with some movements. I try to keep the primary movements the same, though always that are the most important. My lats have definitely grown a bit on my back, so I've definitely noticed on my chest as well, like my upper body and my shoulders has definitely grown. Arms, not maybe like the hugest lot, but arms are kind of a slow growth thing. It's like it takes a while to see the growth in the arms. Shoulders and back and chest and everything grows pretty fast, and abs have been growing a bit as well. So I can definitely see that when I'm posing, especially at the end. And in general, when I'm like doing movements, looking at myself doing pull-ups, I can see the progression happening in my physique, which is nice to see. Definitely, probably these pullovers are pretty good. I feel for my lats, I do like these. Really trying to focus on going as far down as I can on those on the range of motion. Pretty much, I did some lateral raises for like a set here, just for the memes. Doesn't really hurt necessarily. I have lateral raises like 2 times a week, and I usually progressively overload on those, doing pretty good, adding a few reps here and there. My shoulders have definitely been growing, so it's been working. Definitely prefer the machine version, while you can spam these free weights as a beginner and maybe early intermediate. I prefer the machine for progressive overload and control over range of motion, and definitely just handling. Otherwise, I've been really focusing on just pushing myself as hard as I can. With all this, I do about 2 sets, so I push myself as hard as I can so I can make progress. Because again, it's like if you're not making progress, you're just not making progress. You need to kind of know your limits, like not to like maybe push over, but pushing the failure is kind of the idea for my program. So I can make progress, and it definitely works, especially when you eat properly and recover properly and combine everything. You sleep well, eat well. You definitely do make progress when you do things properly. So that's really where I've been focusing as of right now. Um, Otherwise, mindset stuff. Mindset has been alright, like nothing too crazy. Just life usually. You just basically, it's pretty much just like at the gym when it comes to pushing the failure. You kind of have to, sometimes push the failure. And through failure in life, that's pretty much life in a nutshell. There's really nothing else to it. It doesn't really matter what self doubts or what you have about like stuff. You just gotta sometimes try stuff out and just push through stuff and be consistent. And it's kind of the same thing with this program. It's just be consistent and push through the training. There's really nothing else to it. Um, do the best intensity you can and just push those sets and make progress every week. Might not make progress every week in every movement, but you can make progress. And I wouldn't say like I would say you can get motivated by like songs and videos and whatever, but I mostly just run on like discipline, and obviously I would say just have fun with it. Like have fun with life, have fun with training and do stuff. Don't take everything so seriously. Just sort of push yourself as much as you can. Like just have fun in the gym when you're doing pick movements that you actually enjoy. Like I enjoy some wide grip pull-ups and all the other movements I do, and just kind of have fun with it. And that's also a good way to train. Gets a good flow going. And you can make more progress that way as well when you're enjoying yourself in the gym. It doesn't have to be necessarily always enjoyable with every movement for every muscle group, but that's pretty much how you want to go about it. Otherwise, just been going deeper into my faith and just finding reasons to live life better, and yeah, just being consistent with every area of my life, and just focusing on the essentials. And this also comes to the thing is you can't care about what everybody else thinks about it. It doesn't matter if you're in the gym, if you're anywhere else. You gotta do what you want in your life and go after it. Like you can't care about everybody else's opinions. Just do what you want to do and enjoy life and live a good life that's with meaning, because you can't live a meaningful life without living a meaningful life and doing what you need to do. Otherwise, diet is pretty much just intuitively quite a lot, just doing the same amount of cardio intuitively, seeing what I eat. I definitely have like new favorite foods that I've been eating, like mostly just making protein kind of recipes, like protein-ish desserts, meals, and it's focusing on a lot of protein stuff. Then otherwise, I threw some clips at the end of my physique, like a real clip. I was posing. I'm pretty happy with like overall, as I said, like chest, lats, and back width, and it's definitely growing. My arms are growing slightly. Muscularity is still pretty good, regardless of like um weight fluctuations or whatnot. It doesn't really make a huge difference to my physique overall. I haven't been to like a real posing room in a while, but I pretty much look good in even like the natural lighting, so I'm kind of like just whatevering it. Um, but yeah, I can see the growth, especially when I'm doing certain movements, and vascularity is better and everything, and my stuff pops out better. Um, then obviously slightly better if my weight goes down a little bit, but it's not a huge difference right now. I'm pretty much just maintaining the weight at the same. Maybe if my weight increases a little bit, it kind of just goes down with it. If I just like eat more normally, I can focus on it. I'm pretty much just focusing still on the arms. Of course, my whole upper body is my focus mostly. Legs are kind of not really lacking. I've been making like PRs on like squat machines, to be honest, and single leg press and stuff. So legs are still progressing. It's not like I'm not progressing. Kind of had like a booty injury for a while, so I've been kind of working on that. It's gotten better, but it's like probably the only thing that really hinders my squats, which doesn't really matter too much. I can still, I'm PRing hard on deadlifts, doing like 170 Romanians for like almost 9 reps at this body weight, which is really soon probably hit like 4 plates and gonna be doing that for reps. Yeah, I've been feeling pretty confident on my body lately, and like just feeling myself like not really kind of not caring so much about like being shredded constantly. I look pretty shredded to me, like lean enough. I'm enjoying my physique. And if I want to get a bit leaner, I can always like force get leaner. But my goal is to also make progress in the gym and just feel good and recover hard and not just like suffer for no reason really. Just to look a little bit better on Instagram or something for people. Which kind of like it's kind of maybe stems from a little bit of people pleasing if you do that in a sense. Like unless that's what you want to look like and you want to feel and you feel best when you just shred it. Personally, I feel better when I actually feel better and when I look like I'm kind of like lean, but still like able to make progress and everything else. Like maintaining like a good body weight where I'm lean, of course. I want to look vascular and see some definition, etc., and still make progress. That's my goal here, but like not like overly do it, because I think that also goes to maybe can go to unhealthy range unless that's what you're looking for. So pretty much here's the posing footage. I'm happy with it. Like it's good, especially for like natural lighting. Looking good. Arms could use work as usual, but it's something that takes probably like a year to grow. To be honest, arms it's just a small group. Honestly, back has been pretty nice and everything. Um, but yeah, thank you for watching the video. If there's any questions you want to ask, or if you want coaching, then feel free to check the links below. Thank you for watching. God bless. If there's a will, there's a way. And remember, journeys take long. Doesn't matter if it's fitness mindset or whatever. You just gotta keep going. Thanks for watching.